My name is Stanley, and welcome to Anime Colosseum, where we bring you gameplay from our local Union Arena tournament. Guys, we need to lock in. We got regionals coming up, and while it's still kind of far off, it's in December, still need to get some training in. And what better way to get some training in than to learn a new set? And that new set is Rurouni Kenshin. Now, you may believe me, you may not, but before any cards were even revealed for Kenshin, I was like, I'm playing Kenshin. I walked into my locals bumping Freckles. Who here knows about Freckles? I bet you don't. I bet you're a connoisseur of the newer series, bro. You wasn't in the trenches. You wasn't in the trenches with the older animation by Tosai the Manslayer, the Higen Mitsurugi style. Anyway, today's video, we have Red Kenshin, which is what I'm playing, versus Hajime, which also uses Kenshin. I believe all the colors use a Kenshin. But while Red is going to be the boogeyman of this format right now, don't sleep on the other colors. I personally haven't seen any blue gameplay yet, but purple is nasty. Purple can even flood the front line, depending on the combo. As a matter of fact, depending on the combo, you could flood the front line, swing, bounce something off the front line, and then have your raid that's in the back line swing and then slide up, which gives it room and you not have to remove anything besides the thing that you bounce to hand to play. Purple's pretty nasty. I would say it as me being blind by just red. I play a lot of the red decks in Union Arena. Purple is really good. I think purple is fantastic. And also our meta here is completely different than JP. We don't have as much IPs as they do. So while you have like a deck that Red Kenshin that is quote unquote over there, tier 1, over here, a purple deck that is tier 1.5 is technically tier 1 as well. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I could be wrong about that way of thinking, but I mean, it makes sense to me. If we don't have that much stuff, like you kind of want to bump everything up one tier. That's the way I'm going about it. Bump it up one tier because it doesn't have a lot of things that affect it as compared to like the Japanese meta that literally has like freaking close to 100 different IPs currently. But yeah, purple's main focus is kind of I want to say flooding the front line, bouncing stuff, and then sniping from the back line, while red's main strategy is to push your stuff back. If you got something in the front, I rated Kenshin, push it back, get it out of the way. If I attack and you block and I win the attack, push it to the back. It just helps bring things out of the way so that you could actually get stuff done. I really like how the deck plays. Here goes one of the combos I was talking about right now. The 4-2 Kenshin purple played the next AP cost reduced by 1, so he plays something for free. Then the Hajime that he played pushed something up. That body is now get pushed up from the energy line, but he also now have enough energy to then now raid something up. Now what he could have did is he could have put a Hajime that allows you to bounce a character back to hand and raid the snipe Hajime, which would have made which now, if you sequence properly, you attack and then bounce something in your front line back. So you attack with that thing first, attack with the other thing, it gets buffed 4k. If you bounce something back, it gets bounced back to hand, and then now you have a slot clear. With this deck specifically, I like taking attacks when I see the snipe in the back, so that if I hit an active trigger, he doesn't attack into my Kenshin. And yeah, after that, you just snipe, and when you snipe, you actually push him up, so it's out of the way. You'll see him do the combo during the game. We raid a Kenshin and we push his searcher Hajime back. That Hajime is a searcher. It searches for a Kenshin and a Kenshin, a Hajime, and someone else. I'm not sure which one. My Kenshin got special. And then we draw off the Karu. That the Karu is also a very important piece of the deck. One Karu protects one of your Kenshins that's in the front line. So that's the only thing that sucks. It has to be played that turn. It has to be played on the turn that he is that you play the Karu. So you can only protect it once. And then after you protected that one time, it no longer gets protection effects, so you'll have to play another one. You just seen him snipe. He had the extra slot there, so he was able to do it without having to remove anybody. But now it's grind time. We're going to see if we could go for game. Kenshin pushes Hajime back, and then we turn extend. And then we'll go and we'll raid another Kenshin. This Kenshin has a draw. You get to draw one, but when attacking, you could trash a card from hand to restand. And then we'll raid another one. Draw for turn, or not for turn, but draw for effect. So now we attack with Kenshin. When attacking, we'll trash a Karu and restand. He gets a raid trigger, but he holds. We attack again. Afterwards, we'll attack with the other Kenshin. When attacking, restand. And then we attack again. And he's deciding on if he wants to take it. But I believe he ends up taking it. He prefers to keep the characters on board because I only have 2 more attacks. And then he blocks the last attack. It does have impact. Wait, it has impact. It has impact. Why did he take the last? The things you see. Anyway, he attacks and yeah, that's game. Yeah, so still learning the deck, but it's probably one of my favorite red decks in the game right now. And it's crazy because I like it more than Sonic because I like what Sound of Sonic do. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Peace.